Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your June 2022 general reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Let's get into your reading. Oh, we can all breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief for the month of June. May has been very chaotic, a lot of up and down, topsy-turvy, intense energy that we've been dealing with in the month of May. So currently at the time of this reading, we do still have Mercury in retrograde, but that returns back to normal on June 2nd or 3rd, I believe it is. Okay, so right there at the beginning of June. So if you see this reading after that date, then Mercury will be right back where it is supposed to be. Okay, so, but until then, if you see this reading previous to that, until then, just to watch your communication just a little bit. We also start off your month with a new moon in Gemini on May 30th. And this really is focusing on communication of all kinds, mental processes. So perhaps you have an inkling to learn new things, to maybe start a hobby or anything like that, expand your mind in some way. You might be thinking of different ways you can get your point across, different ways to more effectively communicate with those around you. But new moons are also about new beginnings, okay, trying new things, having a fresh start at something. And this particular one brings about second chances if that is what you are needing in your world. Okay, in the middle of the month, we do have the super full moon in Sagittarius, and the super full moon really does, the Sagittarian energy is really more of a step back and reflect kind of energy, to appreciate your surroundings and show gratitude for everything that you have, even if it's not everything that you need at the moment or everything that you want. Okay, it's really just that, keep track and be thankful for your accomplishments, no matter how big or how small in your world. But we don't have really any major planetary clashes through the month, so it's a lot gentler energy, and I think we can all use a little bit of that right now. Okay, so Saturn is also in retrograde, by the way. Saturn, of course, is that teacher, okay, but usually the harsh teacher that makes us do hard work that we don't want to do. So that is in retrograde there as well. So a little bit more relief that comes in our way. All right, so let's see what we've got coming out for you. We've got the Moon Maiden with New Beginnings, and we've got the Watchers with Transpersonal. So the Moon Maiden, so the moon cycles that we've been having have probably had some significant impact on you here, Cancer, but the moon cycles in the month ahead may also really spark something in you as well. The moon energy really does bring about your creative side, brings about your emotions, okay, also highlights your intuition as well. And when we have the new beginnings, this is really highlighting that you may be looking for a fresh start at something, or you might be looking to try something new. It is card number 41. It reduces down into a 5. Okay, and 5s, yes, 5s can represent challenges and obstacles. They can also represent change. So perhaps you're changing how you do something. You're making some improvements in there, building upon a foundation that you've already had established. And how do you make it better? Okay, but 5s also do bring about the opportunity for exciting new challenges and adventures in our world here as well. So you're really being encouraged there to try new things, and even just to do things in a different way. Then we have the Watchers with transpersonal energy here. So when we get this particular message, this is a reminder to look at the big picture, to look at what lays in the horizon. Okay, look towards the future, look to where you want to get to. Sometimes we focus a little bit too much on what is right in front of us. Okay, the little day-to-day problems and challenges, other people's issues, other people's opinions, all those things, they can create this little obstacle in front of us. And this is that energy there, that message to look beyond today. Look into the future, look at your big picture, your long-term goals and dreams. This is also a message that sometimes we need to take a step back. Okay, there may be something where you need to be the watcher. You might need to be the observer. This is not necessarily a time to make big, bold moves in some way. It may be the time to get started on new beginnings or think about where you want to start fresh or what you need to improve. But first, we need to take a step back and observe our surroundings, observe our things that we're dealing with. Okay, be a little bit more of that watcher energy. Okay, and even though it looks like, someone may say, oh, but you're not doing anything, you're not making steps, you're not, busy, and, but sometimes we need to take that step back. We can get the big picture, okay? We calm our energy down and, think of it like, if you're a traveler of any kind. I love people watching. And two of my favorite airports to watch people is Los Angeles Airport and Las Vegas Airport. They are really interesting. And sometimes it's nice just to sit there with a coffee or, depending, Vegas margarita at the bar and just watch the world go around. And there's a lot you can learn from just being that casual observer, just from drinking in the big picture. And sometimes I call it percolating sometimes, right? Because as we do that, we start to think about things, right? Because we just let our mind wander and our mind drift. And that's sometimes where our imagination comes in, right? Think of if you are people watching and you see someone walking by, what are their lives like? What are you imagining that they're talking about, right? All of those things. So being an observer, you're still doing something. It's just not necessarily that outward action. So it's pretty much that, take a step back and think about things, or just, be in the moment. Okay. And, maybe even make a plan before you try new things. So the energy coming in here, ooh, the sun, like the sun. The sun is a wonderful energy of happiness, of joy, of the feeling that all is right with the world. Your personal sense of well-being is very much on point here. The sun energy brings us some creativity into our world here as well. It brings success and abundance, and just ultimately a really positive mindset. The sun shines a wonderful light on your reading and on your month here, Cancer. And so I think if you have been doing some deep soul searching, or you've been, kind of really caught up in this tidal wave of eclipse energy throughout the month of May, I think now you're really kind of coming back down to earth there. You're feeling pretty good, and you're feeling really positive about what the future has to hold. And no kidding, because check it out. Okay, also coming in, the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Look at this beautiful energy. The Empress, we've got abundance, and we've got good luck and good fortune coming in there. So that's always a good idea. It's always good, wonderful energy. The Empress brings about this creative energy as well. Same thing with that sun. So again, with the new beginnings, perhaps you have something that you want to learn. Perhaps you have something that you want to try, something fun. Okay, the Empress brings in that self-love and self-care. Perhaps you're really just focused on you, your personal happiness and well-being, whatever that looks like for you. You may want to make a fresh start, okay? Or maybe you're just have this kind of embracing the wonderful parts of life that life has to offer. But the Empress is that energy of being connected with yourself, with the universe. Okay, all the stars are aligned for you, right? Maybe you're getting out in nature, connecting with Mother Earth. Okay, but this brings in an energy of abundance, fertility, and creation. So whatever you put your energy towards, whatever you want to create, whatever your desires are, this is one where, again, it's actually really quite interesting, because it's kind of mirroring the first two energies that we've got out, right? First, the Empress takes a step back, being open, receptive, being an observer, being welcoming and ready to take action, okay, when is needed. All right, it's like, here is the observing energy, here is the open, welcoming, receptive energy with the Empress, and then here is the action-oriented energy with the Sun. All right, so again, it's like, first we sit there and contemplate and percolate, and then boom, we spring to life, spring to action. But the Empress is a time of growth, personal growth, taking care of yourself, your needs, and all of this wonderful abundance is blossoming and flowing into your life, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune here as well. So the tides are turning for you in a really positive way. The Wheel of Fortune highlights and reminds us of the cycles of life, right? Sometimes we're on a down patch. Sometimes things we struggle and we have difficulties and we have challenges, and it just feels like we're hitting the red light at every single corner, and we're stuck in traffic and we're not going forward, and all of these things. Okay, but when the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright, this is a time of good luck, good fortune, expansion, growth, all of these things. The universal green light, instead of being stuck in traffic, you are bypassing that on the expressway. All right, and that Wheel of Fortune is also bringing in some really good karma, moving you towards your destiny. Okay, a bit of faded energy coming in. 3 major arcana, boom, 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 and quite honestly, 3 of the best ones all coming in here for you. Okay, so whatever it is that you're looking to create or to expand or improve in your world in the month ahead here, all of this energy, the timing is right, the circumstances are right. So take that step back with that Watcher's energy. Think about what you want. This could also just be because the Watcher's energy also brings in some serendipity. And when we have this serendipity, it's just like this sense that we're where we're meant to be. And it's also this sense of a little bit of tranquility as well. So you could really just be in the flow. You're open, you're going with the flow, you're not resisting anything. It's like, oh, I think I'll try this today. And you go over here, or, oh, someone throws a rock in my path. Oh, whatever, I'll just step over it, not a problem. So you sort things out in a different way. Your blocks and obstacles are removed. And you've just got some such really positive energy here. But I think also your intuition is going to be showing you a certain path. Okay, and it's very important when we do have like an energy of like fate and destiny. Sometimes we're shown a certain pathway. We have this feeling, we have this gut instinct, and we don't know what it means necessarily, but we're just following the path that we're guided to follow. And we're not questioning things, we're not doubting anything, we're not blocking anything. We're like, okay, well, this is weird, this is something that I wouldn't normally do, but somehow it feels right. So you might just be making some, forging a new path forward, but very gently and just kind of very much in the flow. So you may be doing something different than what you would normally do. But it just feels right, and it may be a little bit unexplainable, because the universe is kind of like, either pushing you in a certain direction or guiding you in a certain path, or, maybe just grabbing you by the hair and just saying, come on, let's go this way. Okay, but it's super positive for you. All right, we also have here your advice from Spirit. We've got the Chariot. This, I swear, it's about the 4th time the Chariot has come out, but this is your energy here, Cancer. Okay, so it's like the advice from Spirit here is to believe in yourself, is to figure out what you want, go where you're guided to go, find your balance between your spiritual self and your physical self, between your masculine and your feminine. And we do have the feminine energy there with the Empress card. And then, of course, the Sun brings about that more masculine energy of, of getting things done, of having the energy to move forward. Okay. But we do have a bit of a balance coming in there. And so once you get things in alignment, it is by your own actions that you can accomplish what you set out to accomplish. You can initiate change, you can make improvement, you can make big, bold, inspired moves, okay? Or you can just follow your destined path. The Chariot brings in victory and success, but it also brings in your confidence, your willpower, your drive and determination. And this is all spotlighting and highlighting you here, Cancer. So really, that advice from Spirit is, what do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Think about it, get your ducks in a row, and then boom, unleash your true potential. All right. We also have here the 9 of Swords and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is quite often a belief system. The Nine of Swords can sometimes come in here as a bit of a dark night of the soul, but it's also a self-imposed restriction. It is one where we're filled with anxiety and worry, doubt, fear, all of those things, right? Sometimes during the light of the day, we may come across as being really bold and really confident, but then in the middle of the night, that's when all of these things come to the surface, because all of these hidden underlying emotions and fears and things come to light. But usually the Nine of Swords is where we overthink, we overanalyze, we're a little bit too much in our head. All right. And with the Chariot card there and the Hierophant energy is spirits like, get out of your head. Okay, you're overthinking, overanalyzing something. You're might be misinterpreting a situation there as well. Okay, you need to believe in yourself with that Hierophant energy. If you're not where you want to be, or if you don't have all the answers, we don't always have all the answers, but if you're confused or anything, then there may be somebody around you, some advice, some wisdom, some guidance, somebody that can give you a helping hand, give you a little bit of a nudge in the right direction. Okay, the Hierophant, though, is also about being committed. Be committed to moving forward. Not everything works out exactly as we want it to, and sometimes we do have some obstacles that are put in our path. But through commitment and believing that you can achieve what you set out to achieve, okay, you focus more on your outcome. You focus more on your solutions, finding solutions, gathering information, getting the answers that you need, okay, in order to fulfill your destiny, fulfill your path, fulfill your goals and your dreams, right? We do need to quite often be really committed, even though we might have some problems that do crop up. But sometimes, it's really spirit saying here, get out of your head. You're overthinking something. Okay, now is the time to step back and just be a little bit more open rather than being closed off. And, lead with your instincts, lead with all of your senses. Okay, but sometimes your brain is our brains are wonderful supercomputers, right? They're wonderful tools, but they can sometimes get a little bit too carried away. Okay, that's where we overthink, we overanalyze, we dissect every little thing, and sometimes we just need to believe. Let's see what blessings are headed your way. Justice, beautiful energy coming in here. So the Justice card can certainly represent balance, fairness, and equality coming into your world. Okay, so again, we already have some energies here of balance coming in. So balance may be very important. So perhaps it may be important for you, and you probably already know, to look at areas in your life where you're out of alignment. Are you spending too much time in your physical world and not enough time on your spiritual side? Are you exerting too much energy and effort when you may benefit a little bit more from tapping into your feminine side? Okay, instead of the outward yang energy. Okay, that masculine energy. Perhaps it's the feminine energy that you need to connect with, right? That Empress energy. Sit back, let things come to you. Be a little more in the flow. Get creative. Okay, all of those. And, sometimes we need to do that before we take action. So there may be areas in your life. Are you spending too much time at work and not enough time at home? Are you having fun? Are you spending time with friends and family? So, your blessing, okay, is finding that balance, finding that healthy equilibrium in your world, okay? You also may have some justice that prevails for you as well. Okay, there might be some decisions in your favor. You may also be thinking of both sides of an issue as well, right? If you have an important decision to make, right, you might be weighing up your pros and cons, and you're taking a balanced, fair, impartial even approach to some decision making, right? That's like, do I go left? Do I go right? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. So you might be being a little bit practical in decision making, okay, but everything is balanced and fair. So you might have some important decisions to make, but there may also be some legal situations that come up. Okay, there may be legal matters that come up when we do have the Justice card, and it doesn't mean you're going to court or someone's suing you or anything like that. Remember, this is a benefit, okay? But legal matters, quite often, yes, there can be an actual legal situation, right? So there may be some sort of judgment that comes to light, something that you've been waiting for. and it may actually catch you a little bit off guard, okay, but something is resolved here for you, and you're not getting justice is served, basically, right? You're not getting anything more than what you deserve, but you're not getting anything less either, okay? You're happy with the outcome. It's like, yes, it's a sigh of relief. But this can also represent any kind of other legal matters, documentation. Okay, you could be doing something as simple. The Chariot can be an energy of travel, the Wheel of Fortune. We can sometimes be moving forward, right? And we can be traveling there. The Sun, maybe you're going to a tropical destination. So, that justice energy with the legal matters can represent paperwork, like legal paperwork, passport applications, okay, travel documents, all those things. It can represent job offers coming in, anything where you need to officially document something or sign your name on the dotted line, something that you have committed to. All right, but it is in your blessings position, so this is a good thing for you. Okay, but there's also truth and honesty that come out with the Justice card as well. So you could just be speaking your truth. You could be honest with yourself, okay, or maybe somebody has something to say to you, but it's in a very positive way. The Justice card also can be about new beginnings, with that one being card number 11. New beginnings or a fresh start, or just, okay, we're back on track now, and now we can move forward. We also have here the Three of Cups and the King of Cups. Wow. Okay, so whatever you've got coming in here is a blessing for you. The Three of Cups is always a great card anyway. Something to celebrate, a cause for celebration. You may be getting together with friends and family. Perhaps you're going on a little tropical vacation with some close friends, okay? You may even be going on a romantic adventure as well. The Justice card can, by the way, represent like justice of the peace. Okay, so maybe you're getting married, especially with the Hierophant card here, higher level of commitment to something. Okay, you may also need to learn something or do some research. All right, but perhaps you're leveling up in a relationship there, because we do have the King of Cups here as well. So, love, romance, sweep you off your feet, legal situation, marriage card. Okay, so perhaps you are eloping, okay, or maybe you are attending a celebration where someone is either getting married or maybe someone else elopes. Okay, maybe you're going to a tropical wedding. Okay, but the Three of Cups certainly does bring in this wonderful sense of socialization, of joy, of happiness, of something to celebrate. Maybe even those social invitations come in there as well. The King of Cups can certainly represent love and romance blossoming and growing in your life. Perhaps you're meeting new people, making new friends, okay, or you're just really, really happy in the month ahead, okay? You got some really good news, okay, or you're making a really good decision for yourself, and this brings in that happiness and that joy for you, okay? You're taking the lead, you're in the driver's seat there, okay, and you've got a really good outlook and perspective on whatever you're doing in the month ahead. The King of Cups can also be a person in your life, male or female, okay, but someone tapped into their masculine energy. All right, perhaps this is somebody that you can partner up with, and it might be someone that you meet new, a new friend, a new business associate even, maybe someone that you partner up with, maybe someone is going to teach you something. The Hierophant can certainly represent a teacher, and if you're looking to start something new, perhaps there's something creative there. So, for example, if you're looking for a teacher for something that makes you happy, you're making a decision, you're making a choice, and the King of Cups can be someone who maybe does something like teaches you guitar, or maybe you want to take an art class, okay? They can be somebody who has those creative skills and talents that can help you out in some way. So maybe you're signing up for a class, and there's that social aspect there, right? So you might be signing up for a class, you've got a really good teacher, someone who you really jive with, and you just feel like here that you've made a really good decision and you've made an investment in yourself, right? Something that's fun, something that makes you feel alive. But the King of Cups can certainly also be, a person who can bring in some good news, a new connection, okay, or maybe just somebody that you are spending some time with in your month ahead. It may be romantic, it may just be friendship, okay, but whatever that connection is with you and that person, it's a good one, okay, a really good one. And last but not least, we have the Judgment card coming out as your overall outcome. So this is freeing yourself up, a little bit of a sense of freedom. Okay, anything that has been keeping you stuck, keeping you held down, okay, is you're letting things go. All right, the Judgment card is when we get a bit of a wake-up call. We see the light, we see our way forward, we have the answers that we're looking for, we discover some truths, we get ultimate clarity on things here as well. And this is like, aha, now I see where I want to go. I see where I want to, I will see what I want to do, and I'm moving forward. Okay, this can also be some spiritual growth here for you as well. Okay, and really kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, a call to action, perhaps even. Okay, maybe you're getting a little bit of a spiritual awakening, especially that Nine of Swords here with that Hierophant as well. Okay, you may have that spiritual awakening going on, leveling up there somewhere. But the Judgment card does give us the opportunity here to get really, really clear and to look to the future, right? Remember we said with the Watchers card, right, is that instead of being focused so much on the minute details that are in front of us, we're looking at the big picture. We're seeing beyond the obstacle into the future, and that Judgment gives you that kind of enlightenment that you may need. You just might be feeling alive again as well. The Judgment card brings in that energy of feeling like you're lighter and brighter and freer than you have been previously. Okay, a little bit of a transformation for you, perhaps, right? But the Judgment card is where we sometimes get second chances. So perhaps you're given something a second try, or perhaps you're just feeling as though you're starting fresh, you're starting clear, you've got a second lease on life, so to speak. Okay, with that Judgment card, perhaps you're just have a more positive outlook for the future going forward than you did previously. All right, but we do get second chances, healing, and sometimes even reconciliations that do come in with the Judgment card. Brings in that sense of forgiveness, of letting go. Okay, and we can let go of old energies. We can let go of anxieties, fears, worries, overthinking, okay, and get that little bit more clarity. But yes, you may have a second chance at something here with the Judgment card. Perhaps you have a second chance at love. The Judgment card represents some growth as well. You're about to level up, okay, somewhere in your world. And the Judgment card is the last step before we hit the World card, before we get that, final sense of accomplishment. And so, you could be about to level up in your commitments, in your romance, okay, in your workplace even, but also this sense of self as well. All right, but we also have the Sun, and I'm just going to flip that back around because the Sun doesn't really have a reversal. The Sun is one of the two cards that doesn't really have a reversed meaning. It's still a card of success and abundance and happiness and joy. Sometimes it just takes us a little bit longer to get there, okay, but ultimately it's just really all of this wonderful energy. So we start out your month with the Sun, and we finish your month with the Sun. So all around, okay, it's not that necessarily everything will go 100% perfect for you through the month, because that's just not how life works. But I think you're just maintaining this vibe all throughout the month. And even if anything does get you down, or you are faced with a challenge, I think you're going to be focused more on finding the solution than anything else. I also think here that your creative instincts in the month ahead are like on point. Okay, so your creative juices may just be flowing like there's no tomorrow. And these can manifest themselves in multiple ways. Perhaps you just feel like redecorating your house. Maybe you're an interior decorator, okay, or you didn't know you were an interior decorator. All right, you could also be getting some enlightenment of a lot of kinds, right? The Sun can bring about enlightenment, as can the Moon. Okay, something from your subconscious can come to light. Okay, so perhaps you are shedding the light on something really important, maybe even following your dreams, your goals, big dreams, dreaming big. Okay, the Moon is where we can really face our fears, right? There might be something that scares you, but you're really positive that you can overcome it and that you can face your fears anyway, with this wonderful energy of positivity. But the moon cycles may be very relevant to you as well. The Moon does represent cycles in our life, okay, but this can also be some really positive emotions. The Moon does bring about emotions as well. So I think here that you are shining a wonderful, beautiful light on your entire month with these two energies, following your goals, your dreams. And again, you've got this winner, winner, chicken dinner kind of energy about you. Okay. Especially with that Chariot energy, right? The Wheel of Fortune. It's like, perhaps things just get a little bit easier this way, okay? But the moon can represent your dreams. The moon can represent dark night of the soul energy, okay? This very, your spiritual senses, your intuition, your senses are very much heightened, okay? You know, the sun brings about enlightenment, the judgment card, right? A spiritual awakening here as well, okay? So you could certainly be leveling up on your spiritual self, your spiritual side in some way as well. Perhaps you're coming into some deeper realizations of things, a deeper level of understanding about things as well, especially with that Hierophant energy there. Okay, but you got so many great things happening for you in this month. Okay, so keep your chin up. All right, I think that, you know, I think you just got such a really positive, optimistic outlook, an abundance mindset, that's for sure. Okay, so maybe I even have some doors opening for you. And of course, don't forget that Wheel of Fortune highlighting a new cycle coming in here of growth, of expansion, of abundance. And that's exactly what's coming out in your reading. All right, so let's leave that there, but let's get a couple extra cards for you. Thank you very much. So we have number 88, abundance. Wow. Okay. Well then, there you go. Okay. What does abundance mean to you? Because it's all flowing. It's all at your fingertips. It's all attainable for you now. Abundance just means we have everything that we want plus some extra. Love, romance, friends, family, money, connections, opportunities, creativity, spiritual self, all of these things, all of this abundance, this infinite potential is all flowing into your world. Okay, so number 88 coming in there. We also have number 55, adventure. And what did we say before is that fives can represent obstacles and challenges. They can also represent the opportunity for change, but they can also represent the opportunity for adventures and exciting things. So, you know, so break out of your comfort zone, get out, have some adventures, have some fun, make some change if you want to make some change, live your best life, right? We've got 3 5s right there for you. So you might have some changes, okay, but you might also have just this zest for life in the month ahead. So again, adventure. Maybe you are making some sort of travel plans, or maybe you're going camping with the Empress energy, right? Getting in connection with nature. Maybe you go with some friends. All right. Maybe you just have some time off and you're just really having a good time. Whatever it is for you here, Cancer, this is a beautiful reading. It is beautiful energy. Embrace it, live it, love it. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I hope there was something in this reading that resonated with you. If there was, please don't forget to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and have your best month ever. All right, Cancer. Okay, positive mindset all the way. All right, so have a great month. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.